Hello everybody and welcome back to the final part of Magic May. We're down to the last two films.
I don't think you're stretching out your vowels enough.
What's your problem?
Nothing, mate.
Wait, you got an issue with me?
No, I'm good. I haven't been in this room too long or anything.
That's right, we're near the end, but now it's time to drink.
I'm clammy. I'm like, it's no good.
I'm still wearing a sweater from when I picked you up at 6 a.m. this morning.
I'm just sweating.
And it's quite warm now. I really should take it off.
No, I think you should probably keep it enclosed.
Well, before we get into the last films, we better hear our last drinking game rule. This one comes to us from our great friends over at the Swish and Flick podcast, which happens to be a great Harry Potter podcast. They're currently, much like us, watching all the films. They're reading every book and going through chapter by chapter. So we figured they were probably the authority on Harry Potter rules. So shall we hear their rule?
I've had to say that.
Let's get into it.
Hey, it's Tiffany from Swish and Flick. We hear you're looking for a Harry Potter drinking game rule, and you've come to the right place. So, every time you hear mention of one of the three Deathly Hallows, such as the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, or the Cloak of Invisibility, you need to take a shot.
Alrighty, you don't know about the Deathly Hallows, do you?
No, apparently there's three of them, though.
There's three of them.
One of them we're quite familiar with.
Yeah, did you know that was a Hallow? Did you see that coming?
Mate, I'm stunned in my tracks.
All right, so let's recap this. Every time somebody cries, you get, I haven't cried yet. Every time somebody dies, I'm a poet and I didn't know it.
Fuck off.
Every time somebody says Horcrux,
I've already started drinking. Okay.
Every time one of the Deathly Hallows is mentioned, every time there is a Voldy flashback or memory, every time there's infighting between Ron, Hermione, and Harry,
Or us,
and every time one of us thinks Hermione is hot but is too ashamed to say so.
well, happily you're just gross enough that you're like, she looks hot.
And every time someone gets a fistful of snitch.
Good grief.
I think that's all of them. Did I miss any?
I don't know. None of what you said sounded like English anyway.
All right, I think that's a good amount of rules. I think we're just going to get a right amount of drunk, I think. All right, let's do it.
We're getting there, mate.
We did it.
We're getting there.
We made it through the first of the Deathly Hallows.
Yep. Can definitely see why they split that into two films.
It really needed it. There's just so much plot happening and there's so many things going on.
Holy crap. That was
It's an empty... The film feels a lot like how Ron's house looks.
yeah, just devoid of much at all.
Yeah. I tell you what it's not devoid of, though, is reasons for us to drink.
Holy mother of God.
This is worse than Fast and Furious. You know who I think we have to blame the most?
Who?
It's fucking Dan and Dean who said it with Horcrux.
Holy crap.
Jesus Christ, did they say Horcrux a lot in this movie?
Do you know who I have most to blame?
Who?
Well, I'm the person who bought 8% beer.
And we've gone through. I was on beers, but I was drinking your beers. Thank you for that. And then I moved on to root beer, and now I'm on to rum and creaming soda, which isn't a great combination, but it's all I had.
How was the you did also try, did you not, some 5-year-old homebrew?
About 5 years ago, I got super into homebrewing. I was like, I'm going to be the homebrewing guy. Then I had kids and didn't do it. But I did make one batch before I had kids. Now, my daughter's nearly 5, so this is an old batch of homebrew.
Ugh.
And I didn't even know I still had it. I thought I drank it all, and it was good at the time, my Billy Brow. And then when I was clearing out our theatre and recording space, I found this whole case of it. And I was like, oh, great. Now I don't need to buy beer for Magic May.
It's not like wine, dude. You don't just leave it.
Well, let me tell you, it apparently is like wine because that's what it tastes like. It is so flat and so alcoholic. It tastes like, you know what it tastes like? Soju. But not in a good way. I like soju. This was just bad. It was really not good.
Well, speaking about things that aren't that good, Deathly Hallows Part 1. At the beginning of it, we find out that Hermione is actually a Stark. Her mum is Catelyn Stark.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, you're going to die. Hermione is going to cop it at some point.
And you find out that Hermione is actually played by Bean in disguise.
And then there's a bunch of new cast members, actually. We get Domhnall Gleeson, who's in a scene with his dad, Brendan Gleeson, but he's like a mystery weasel that we've never met.
He's Random Bill Weasel, and not only did you not know him, but he all of a sudden Fleur is back from the Triwizard Tournament, and they're getting married.
Yeah.
I mean, he must be a lot older than her, because she was still at school, and he's always been this mystery graduated weasel.
Creeper.
So how did they even meet?
Totally.
I forget. Look, like I've said, I'm a huge fan of the books. I've read them lots of times. I've forgotten all of them. And as a fan of the books, I think I have the right to say the movies are bad. They are not good. And I'm sure I'm upsetting Potter fans, but these aren't good movies.
Elsewhere in a meeting of the Death Munchers, Mother Superior from Trainspotting.
Yeah, you were very happy about that.
He's there with a blonde plait. What a champ.
All of a sudden, he's going to start pushing the Death Eaters on H. Wouldn't that be a weird mashup if Voldemort was like swimming in a toilet?
Well, they do flush themselves in this movie.
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah. I wonder if they're set in the same universe.
Early on in the film, Ron actually apparently does something good, but it happens off screen. So
what's that? What did he do?
We'll never know. I think when they flee at the beginning of the film,
where they're all disguised as Harry.
They're all Harry's. When they get back to the Weasel's place, Osha from Game of Thrones says that Ron did something really good, but we didn't see it. So I have my doubts.
Yeah. As you would. You were cheering when Ron left the group.
Oh, that was...
You were ecstatic.
That was a win for everyone.
And when he came back and the like weird kind of hallucinations of Harry and Hermione making out were talking to him, and they were like, we were better off without you. Things were happier without you. And you were just like, yeah.
They were.
Sog off, Ron.
Even though he's collected the Sword of Gryffindor. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
From the bottom of a pond. I mean, as far as mystical swords go, like, this is not exactly the Flame of the West here.
Oh, I mean, just...
Aragorn would not be caught dead with this thing.
Nah.
In another loss for everybody, Dobby's back.
Yeah, briefly.
Being rubbish.
I mean, we had to drink when anyone died anyway, but I feel like you would have had a drink out of celebration.
I actually popped a bottle of bubbly. It was like being on the top of the podium at a Formula One Grand Prix. They just like cued Carmen and I was just spraying this shit everywhere.
You were like a rapper in a nightclub, the bottle of Cristal.
Absolutely. God, I hate Dobby.
He's really, really annoying. And whoever gave us the rule to drink every time someone says Harry Potter's full name,
God.
when Dobby's there, it's constant, it's rampant. Everything's Harry Potter.
I know, it's like Dobby's got a vocabulary of like 7 words. 2 of them are Harry Potter.
Yeah, he's like Groot, but with like a few extra words.
Oh, jeez, he's the pits. So plot-wise in the film, again, look, not much happening. The fascists have taken over the Ministry of Magic and are oppressing the Muggles.
Are they oppressing Muggles or are they oppressing wizards?
I thought that's what Hermione said with like the people being crushed in that big thing. I thought they were Muggles.
I guess that makes sense. Their whole thing is about getting rid of all Muggles and just having wizards.
I guess
that's their MO.
No. If I was a magic person, I'd want Muggles around to lord it over. I'd be like, here's something you can't do.
I'm sure that when you're sober, you're going to listen back to that and cut it out.
Nah, I'm good with it.
You're like Harry Potter. I am the chosen one.
You know what's weird? In this film, Harry refers to Voldemort as you know who. He hasn't bothered for his entire youth, basically.
Look, and that...
now he's out in the loose. Everyone knows he's real. Like, really, everyone knows he's out. And now you're like, you know who?
Yeah, look, this is one of those things I do remember. You know how my memory of the books is atrocious. This I do remember. And it's one of those things that, again, like I was saying before, they made these movies for people who know the books. Harry discovers in the books that when you say Voldemort out loud, that it somehow, I don't remember like the magic behind it, but that is how Voldemort can track you. So that's why everyone started saying he who shall not be named. Harry started getting people, don't be afraid. It's okay to say his name. And then he realized, oh shit, no, it's not. And that's why they started not saying it again. But they cut that out of the movie, but they still it's just weird like that. They just don't care about missing that very important plot point.
Yeah. A good thing that I was not expecting in this film, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds comes on.
Yeah, and you get a really weird romantic dance between Harry and Hermione.
It's a great scene because not only is Ron not there, but Nick Cave is on.
Yeah.
What's not to like about that?
Well, I tell you who doesn't like it is Hermione, because her face, she looks like how Ben Affleck looks most of the time. She looks so disinterested and unhappy about what is happening to her. She's like, I don't feel like dancing, and I don't feel like dancing with Harry.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Elsewhere, there's people that share the spirit of Christmas to about the same degree I do, because they're hanging out in a graveyard just going, eh. I actually quite liked that. Looking at a grave. By the way, happy Christmas, Hermione.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was meant to be Christmas until Harry said that.
Yeah. I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
You're like, my kind of Christmas.
That is my kind of Christmas.
Such a Grinch.
I just don't like people.
If you had it your way, you wouldn't even watch reindeer games on Christmas Day, and that's sad.
If I had it my way, I would never have watched reindeer games. Fantastic scene. After Ron's regrettably come back, there's a scene where our three heroes have to run away from a bunch of the baddies, and to begin with, the baddies just kind of let them run away. They're like, oh, they're running. Maybe we should stop them. And
I was still unclear who those baddies were. They seemed to just be like random bandits. I wasn't even sure they were wizards at first.
Oh, we'd seen them I'm pretty sure we'd seen them in the Ministry of Magic. They were the Gestapo.
Even the one who looked like Jack Sparrow?
Yeah, we'd seen him before.
Okay.
And then once they do run away, they're like, oh, we should do something. It turns out that their skills with a wand at shooting things are at roughly stormtrooper level. They are just god-awful.
Look, and as I said to you, use a spell to light a fire. Because as we learned in the last movie, you can't combat that. There's no spell to unlight a fire. So just do something.
As we've also found out, it's amazing the difference that someone from England and someone from Australia, their regard for fire safety.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing things around fallen leaves where we're like, what, are you trying to kill 50% of people in a state?
I know, yeah.
You're going to start a bushfire.
When they're trying to destroy the locket and they just start like randomly throwing fire spells at it. And I'm like, mate, you don't do that in the bush.
Don't you know how fires start? But they're like, it's rained here the last 17 days. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah. It's a balmy top of 12.
Yeah.
I think we'll be fine.
Well, like it hasn't rained here 17 days in the last 17 years.
Yeah. More weird chemistry between Harry and Ron's sister, Ginny.
What's going on there?
I don't know. What happened to Cho? I miss Cho.
What did happen to Cho?
She just left the scene. I don't know where she went. And also, is Harry supposed to be at school? So school hasn't been cancelled because we see the train still going. Is he just dropped out?
Oh my God, he is a dropout.
He's a wizard school dropout. I hope they sing a song. I hope Paul Anka turns up and it's just like, wizard school dropout.
Really, in general terms, if I had been watching these films as they came out, and I'd wait, what was the gap between the last one and Deathly Hallows Part 1? A couple of years?
Only 1 year, mate.
Right. If I'd waited even a year, and that's what I got, 2.5 hours where basically nothing happens, I'd have been filthy, just quietly.
I'm really disheartened because this movie started that trend we have now of splitting things into multiple parts.
You know, the only bit of any Hunger Games thing I've ever seen is the last 45 minutes of the entire thing. And I was just like, this is shit.
I actually remember really enjoying the first Hunger Games, and then the second one I didn't like, and I didn't bother with the third or fourth.
When the first one came out, I was like, wait, so it's Running Man but with no Arnie?
Yeah, it's Battle Royale, basically.
Yeah, if there's no... If Arnie isn't there saying he had to split, why am I bothering?
I mean, Hunger Games is basically the Triwizard Tournament, but better for spectators.
Do you know, I saw this thing just yesterday that there's like some kind of emblem thing in the Hunger Games. It's is it a bird with something in its mouth or something? Yeah, whatever it is. Anyway,
Jaybird thing.
Okay, yeah, the silhouette of that, is Johnny Bravo.
Like if you look at that in silhouette form, it looks like Johnny Bravo.
Everyone, get your phones out or your interwebs.
Hey, I'm doing this because if it doesn't work, we're cutting this out of the episode.
Oh, this works.
I hope you know that.
This works.
Hang on. So if I Google,
Googling
Hunger Games bird Johnny Bravo.
Hunger Games Johnny Bravo. This is brilliant.
Wait, show me. Yeah, you're right.
It is bang on.
It's a stretch, though. It's like you wouldn't look at the silhouette and go, hey, I see Johnny Bravo.
But you'll never look at it again without seeing Johnny Bravo.
Well, now that I've seen the line work, yeah, it's Johnny Bravo.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, this movie started the trend of splitting things into two parts, and it doesn't need it. These two movies are the shortest of all of them. They could have had this as one movie that was half an hour shorter than the two combined. It still wouldn't have been the longest movie.
There was an awful lot of this film where nothing happened.
Yeah.
Okay, look, we had to drink a lot. That's really the most action that happened.
Was here in the room.
Was in my throat.
Yeah. Yeah, plenty of infighting, plenty of saying Horcrux and Harry Potter's full name, and surprisingly, which I didn't think we'd get any of, tons of snitches being snatched.
Oh my God, he was grabbing that snitch all over the shop.
He caught it like 8 times.
I don't know why.
No, he just kept throwing it in the air.
Whipping his snitch out.
You mustn't whip your snitch out.
Control yourself, Harry. All in all, if you make a movie, if you split a movie into two, and the emotional high point of your movie is Dobby dying, you've got problems because that's not a big deal.
No.
That little gremlin copping it, not a problem for me.
At least, yeah, but I mean, he got the fate he deserves. And then they're going to bury him in sand, which is the worst place to be.
Oh, he'll rot and smell terribly.
It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
Not like here, Billy.
No.
Everything here is smooth.
Man, Anakin's a creeper.
Anakin's the worst. Who would win in a fight?
I was just going to... You go.
Who would win in a fight between Anakin and Harry?
Is Harry allowed his wand and is Anakin allowed his saber?
Correct.
Anakin. Anakin would win. He's used to killing younglings. If Hermione was there, she might take the edge because she can actually do magic.
That's true. Like if Anakin met Harry in the first movie when he really is a little kid,
oh yeah,
he'd kill him.
Yeah, he'd just slash him up. He's just
Master Skywalker. Snape says my potion's no good. Dead. Series over.
I don't feel like we got enough Alan Rickman here.
Where is Snape?
And even Ralph Fiennes, we haven't got much of.
We've seen very little of... We've actually, other than in flashback form, we've actually seen very little of Voldemort the last 2 films.
Yeah, we saw him, I think, only once in a real scene here, which is when he had the floating woman who was like, oh, help me, Snape, we're friends, help me. And apart from that, it was only in flashbacks until the end when he whips out Dumbledore's wand. And
his ribbed wand.
Apart from that, we've had, like, no Voldy. It's weird, right?
Maybe we'll get more in the next one.
I mean, maybe. It's the final one, so you'd hope so. You'd hope there'd be a battle.
One would think.
Maybe it will end without a battle. Maybe they'll just all come to peace.
That's the twist.
Yeah. The twist is that Voldemort never took the luck potion. All he took was love. And that's all he needed. He had it within him all the time.
Nothing but water and LSD. I'm done talking about this movie.
Well, I don't think we're done yet because my lovely wife, since Beth has decided to ditch out on us,
Said she had something better to do.
my wife has volunteered to give us some trivia like Beth did for Fast and Furious. So I don't know if are you feeling ready for some trivia?
Not at all.
I don't know if I'm going to know anything.
She might also say that she can't be bothered.
That's true. I don't know if she's prepared any questions.
Let's go try and find her.
We'll see what happens.
Surprise!
Hi.
That's Billy's wife. For everyone who doesn't know.
Which is everyone.
Yeah. We so last time we did one of these big marathon things, Beth was good enough to do us a little trivia section. This time round, Beth was like, I've got plans. And we were like, all right, well, we won't get any trivia. But then Billy's wife was like, I'll rescue you. So we are going to do some Harry Potter trivia, and Billy, you wouldn't want to lose this.
I'm hoping that I finally win some trivia. I mean, last one was unfair because most of it wasn't Fast and Furious based. It was just about cars because Beth doesn't know how to do trivia. But hopefully, my gorgeous wife...
Sounds like loser talk to me.
Hopefully this is more Harry Potter based, and hopefully it's stuff I actually remember, which isn't much.
That's right. I'm pretty sure that
You'll know
your wife's
nothing.
going to cheat for me.
I'll give you a higher or lower amount for some.
Nice.
Okay. How many presents?
Wait, what's our buzzers?
Oh yeah, you need to develop a sound.
I'm just going to say honk.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to say answerus.
Answer.
Oh, if we're going themed. All right, I'm going to say beepus.
Okay. How many presents did Dudley get on his birthday?
Beepus.
Answerus.
Whoa, Jesus.
I think I got that first.
You did.
I
You
think.
did.
Okay, I believe it's 36 because he got 37 last year.
Correct.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Toph?
Several.
Okay. Who was in the movies? Who was the first student to get sorted into a house?
Answerus. I don't know. I just wanted to get in first. Was it Hermione?
Yes.
Damn it.
Great job.
Shut up, Noose.
Thanks, Billy's wife.
You're so much nicer to my friends.
Okay, here's a question just for Billy. Earlier today when you were having your little break, were your arms and legs broken? Because you didn't clean up the kitchen.
Answerus.
Yes?
Correct.
Correct.
There you go.
What?
That's what
Correct.
you
They
got.
weren't broken. What are you even saying?
Just correct that you didn't clean up the kitchen.
Yep, it was noted. All right.
I
Sorry.
don't like trivia anymore.
What flavour?
Answerus.
What?
You don't even know the question.
Earwax.
No.
Damn it.
Oh, you knew what I was going to say. What flavour, Bertie Bott's every flavour bean, does Dumbledore recount tasting when he was young?
I was like,
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, no. So earwax is what he eats, and then he recalls getting one that was
Come
rotten
on.
egg.
How many times have you listened to the audio?
Unfortunately, time had run out.
What was the answer? You don't remember, Toph?
I got this right when I answered it on BuzzFeed. Vomit.
That's what I meant when I said
You
rotten
both
eggs.
suck.
Cheeky vom.
Oh my God, you're 1-1.
Yeah.
Billy, I'm ashamed. Okay. When was the first time Harry Potter heard about Sirius Black?
Answer is beepus. The first time he heard, I believe, was on the night bus.
Yes.
Yes.
Were you even in the ballpark there?
Look, I remember who Sirius Black was, so
Okay.
go me.
What time do Harry and Hermione travel back to save Buckbeak and
Beepus.
Sirius? Billy.
3 hours earlier.
No, I want the time. The specific
You want the specific time?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Louise.
You just watched them.
2 p.m.
No, what? 7:30 p.m.
What?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, you've just, I get to hear the rest of the question.
That is the rest of the
I'm pretty sure it's 7:30.
Oh, good job.
No, it's not 7:30.
You got it right. Well
It's not 7:30.
It is.
They travel back to 7:30.
Yes.
It's daylight.
Well, you take it up.
Yeah,
with
it's
BuzzFeed.
summertime, mate.
Yeah,
It's
the
light
sun
until
sets
late.
At like 10 or 11.
Plus, yeah, they're up in Scotland, mate. It's light until 11 p.m.
Yeah.
I guess.
Basically midnight sun.
You're well travelled, so you got that one.
I am indeed. I have driven around Scotland.
Oh,
It was delightful.
jelly.
In autumn.
Oh.
Great colours.
Why are you just trying to
Oh, okay. You're gonna stop cheating for me. I better stop this.
Okay. Who gives Harry Potter gillyweed in the Triwizard?
Oh, I know this. Damn it! I know it.
It's Longbottom.
Correct.
Not the full answer.
Neville Longbottom.
Still not the full answer. Neville Longbottom before Nooski says he got hot.
He does. He gets hot.
How hot does he get? Does he get as hot as I am?
Okay, next question. Who sends Harry Potter his expulsion letter?
Answer us.
Oh.
The Postal Service.
What? No.
No. It's from the Ministry of Magic.
Yeah, I want the name. This is a tricky one.
It's a woman. I don't think it's Umbridge, though, but I'm just going to say Umbridge.
No, it's not. It's Mafalda Hopkirk.
Oh, it's such a Hopkirk move.
Such a
Classic
Hopkirk thing to
Hopkirk.
do.
What is a Patronus?
Beepus? It's a horse?
What? It's a force.
Yeah, I said force, not horse. It's
A Patronus, a general Patronus.
yeah, it's like,
I know what a Patronus is.
Yeah.
it's like a spirit.
Well, that's not the answer here.
It's like a spirit. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, you two suck.
Time's up. Sad.
Both incorrect. What is a horse?
No, whoa. Tell us what it is. You don't know the answer.
I was just going to give the points to the best
You
description.
don't know the answer.
So what's a Horcrux?
A Horcrux is a split piece of your soul that you hide in an object.
All right, you get that one.
Answer us. Billy didn't buzz in.
Oh,
Beepers.
you didn't buzz in.
It's a thing that you can put part of your soul into so that if you die, you can live on.
Good enough, buddy.
Thanks.
Oh,
Thanks,
I
Nose.
hate you. I hate you.
What is Luna's Patronus?
Beepus. It's a horse.
Nope.
Answer us. I don't know.
Oh, I was even trying to help. It's a hare.
Ew.
No, a rabbit hare. No one got that right. What's the name of the fish Lily Potter gave Professor Slughorn when she was a student?
Beepus. Bowl. He talks a lot about the bowl it was in.
The fish isn't called Bowl.
Are you sure? Or is it called Lily?
No, it's Francis.
Oh,
Francis the fish.
yeah.
Last one. Where does Hermione take the trio after they disapparate from Bill and Fleur's wedding?
That
Where
was
does she
in the
take
movie we
them?
just watched.
That is the movie you just watched.
It started with a C and it was a lane, and they went there with her family to watch the theater. It was like Chandry Lane?
5,
Shandor
4,
Lane?
3,
It was Shah something Lane.
2, 1. Oh, time's up.
Do you know, Tove?
Yeah, they went to a cappuccino shop.
On. Do you remember?
It was something that sounded kind of kinky. It was like Shaftesbury or something.
Oh, you're correct.
What?
Yes!
Were you
buddy.
were looking at her page.
Good job, buddy.
You were looking at her page.
Oh
I
my
call
God.
shenanigans.
Oh my God, he beat you.
This is
Oh,
the pro-
Billy!
This is the problem with you two over on that. Oh.
You hate to see it.
To give the layout for people, they're standing right next to each
made
other,
me
and I'm on the
feel
other
like
side of
them.
the room. Oh,
Prove it.
this is some bullshit. Oh, all right. Well, I think it's time to get into the next movie then.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to be disappointed that Noosk isn't here because she'll already be their favourite part of this episode. But
Well,
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
all right,
let's crack into it.
on to the next one. The last one.
Yay! Last one.
I was kind of up and about, Boozy, for the last.
Over.
Well,
it's
now I'm-
finally over.
I'm just sleepy.
I'm so sleepy. I started snoring a little at one point, and you and my wife both looked at me furiously.
I didn't look at you furiously. I thought it was funny.
This one had more action in it, though, than the last one.
Well, not that you'd know.
This is a perfect example, though, of why those movies shouldn't have been split. Because they put all the action in this final one, and the first one was just hanging around forests.
Yeah.
I think this is probably the best movie of all 8.
Yeah, there's some good stuff about it. First, and maybe the best thing about it, Helena Bonham Carter does a fantastic Hermione.
Yeah.
She's brilliant at it.
Yeah. That was good stuff.
Elsewhere with the adults, maybe there's a reason for this, but Jason Isaac's character, the older Malfoy, he looks like he's been on a 72-hour coke bender.
Yeah, and his son Malfoy looks like he's about 40 years old.
Yeah, didn't he get in the express lane of aging?
He looks like a fully grown man. Like, he looks much more mature than I do. It was crazy how old he looks. And then at the end, when we flash like 19 years later, so they're all meant to be like 30, I don't know, mid to late 30s, and Malfoy looks like a used car salesman.
Oh, he's in dreadful form.
He's like balding with a gross, weird little beard, and they've given him a pot belly. Like, are they trying to make him look friendly? Is that what they've done? Make him look less kind of angsty than he was as a teenager?
I don't know. That whole scene was shit.
It was so bad.
I am happy that I stuck by my man Snape.
Yeah, you looking a little bit kind of smug there, like you figured something out.
Smugger, thank you.
Yeah. Because, you were right. You knew what was going on.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Team Snape.
Did any of that shock you?
No.
You know what did shock me? The appalling de-aging job that they did on Alan Rickman.
Just have a bit more foundation.
Yeah. They don't have Marvel's technology, that's for sure.
Do you know if this was a Marvel film, the fandom would have been like, this should be up for Best Picture?
I bet that the Harry Potter fandom was like that anyway.
Well, I'm sure they would have been, because like the real true believers would be like, yes, this is the best film of the year. But, when you go a little bit more broadly, I feel like people are just more accepting of, oh yeah, this is what it is and we really enjoy it and are okay with the fact that that's it.
Yeah.
Whereas, if this was fucking MCU, there'd be people going nuts.
I'm calling it now. Endgame. Oh, wait. This will come out after we see Endgame.
Oh, it will too.
We're recording before then. Endgame is going to be up for Best Picture.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. I'm calling it now.
All right,
no matter how bad it is.
$10.
Done. $10 done.
$10 to me. Now this one, like this film feels a lot more magical than part one.
Oh, there's so much more magic. There's a lot of fighting in this one. Heaps of fighting.
Not just the use of magic, but it just feels more magical.
We know what it is this one is almost entirely set at Hogwarts.
Or other magical places.
Yeah.
Like whatever, is it a bank or something that those little gremlins run?
Yeah, Gringotts. Yeah, that's the bank.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a cool set.
The train-spotting train rolls on.
That's right.
Kelly MacDonald.
That's right, who I accidentally called Moira Kelly when she popped up.
Nala from The Lion King. Another, we all like a villain that you can, in some ways, you actually identify with.
Like Thanos.
Well, no, not really. He's a murderous asshole. But Voldemort, we see in this, maybe we had seen it before, but in this film, you really did get a sense of just how bad his scalp skin is. And so, like, as someone with a bit of psoriasis, I was like, okay, I get it. You're all right.
I still would like to know what happened to his nose. Well, and when he lost it. Like, was that a conscious decision? Is it like those people who get their tongues forked to look more like a snake?
Or like plastic surgery so they look like an anime character?
Yeah. Is that what this is? Like,
Could
did he
be.
do it? Did he walk in and be like, make me look scarier?
Yeah, he's just taken cosplay to the next level.
Yeah, maybe.
Elsewhere, Ron continues to be crap. And I love that, like, when Harry's going off to die, it's like he has a real moment with Hermione and then just walks off and leaves Ron there on the steps.
I'll never forget when we saw this at the movies. It was the best. We went to a midnight session the night it came out and the cinema was packed, as you can imagine. And at that moment, one little dickhead up the front yelled out, "Bye, Ron," and the entire audience cracked at laughing.
You did the right thing, Harry.
Yeah, no need to say goodbye.
That's after like Hogwarts goes up like the end of Apocalypse Now.
It's like when you look at the transition, if you watched the first movie and then watched this one, you would be like, hold up. This is a series? Like, it just goes next level. There are children dying left, right, and center in this movie. It's amazing. And then you watch the first one and they're just like, yay, Quidditch. Let's eat chocolate frogs. Like, it's astounding how quickly that jumps. And yeah, in this one, there's it's like the Battle of Five Armies. Like, the entire last hour is just a giant fight scene at Hogwarts.
Dead fetus.
Yeah, the dead fetus was pretty messed up.
That thing's gross.
Yeah.
Real gross. Yucky. I don't like it.
So eloquent.
It's like something out of Alien.
Yeah, it is like something out of Alien.
That's that's when Harry enters the Matrix.
Yes.
I was expecting the Colonel to be there.
You thought instead of Dumbledore, we'd get the architect just explaining what's just happened.
Absolutely.
Which we pretty much did get, someone just explaining what's going on.
Yeah. Good on you, dead Dumbles.
So do you think that Hogwarts is now going to... Oh, no, never mind, because we get the 19 years later. I hope that they've, fixed up some of their policies at least. I hope it's a little safer for students now.
Nah. Must be running loose in the forest of Tolkien ripoffs, finding whatever's in there this week.
I mean, once again, Voldemort, I guess he attacks a few more people in this film, but even towards the end, he is still so focused on the school. It is so, he really does just get cranky at his high school.
Yeah, just go take over in a foreign country or something.
That's the thing. There's wizards all over the world, mate. Go to fucking China. Be Emperor of China instead of trying to take down your old high school. It's pathetic, Voldemort.
New Hogwarts has one kid with a shithouse name, though. Albus Severus.
Yeah.
You can't do that to a
Try
child.
saying that 10 times fast.
Jesus, Harry. What a shit decision. Clearly that wasn't, I don't even know her name, Weasel's sister.
Ginny.
I mean,
that's not a great name, though. Ginny. Surely it's short for something.
I don't think she had much of a say in that. She,
Yeah, that's true.
Really?
Harry was just like, this is the name. And she's like, okay. I guess we can name them Albus Severus if you really want to, honey.
Do you want to think about it for 5 minutes? No. Shocking. What else is left to say? Do you regret not doing more films today?
I do. I think that we could have gotten through at least 6.
Yeah, we have lost a lot of time today with frivolous activities like, feeding infants.
That's true. We did waste a lot of time with that.
What do you do?
You didn't.
This is great. Billy's getting heckled.
I don't even know how much of my wife is going to get picked up on the mic. Are you going to boost it in post just to laugh at me again?
I'll add a laugh track.
You should just double up my laugh as a laugh track. Can you imagine just a studio audience of...
Perish the thought.
Jeez, they said Horcrux a lot in this movie.
Oh my good God.
There were scenes where it was like 3 or 4 times a sentence.
Actually.
Yeah.
In terms of production value and everything, they never dropped the bundle. Lighting in this film, fantastic. Level of production, really good.
Yeah, I actually think this is the best looking one of all of them.
Just because of Neville.
Yeah.
Oh, the actual hero of the series.
Yeah.
Neville.
He saves the day.
It's Neville.
It's all about Neville, really. Yeah. So Neville has basically taken over Harry's position while he's not been at Hogwarts. He's leading an army. Yep. And they get there and he's just a complete badass.
Yeah, he's like, I'll take the sword. Yeah, I'll fucking stab the shit out of some stuff.
Yeah, and Neville whips out his sword out of his hat and he's the one who kills Snakey.
Yeah.
And as we find out, Snake is a Horcrux. And then as we also find out, Harry's a Horcrux.
Harry Horcrux.
Was that surprising?
Yeah, I suppose it was.
I guess it was because, 2 movies ago, you didn't even know what a Horcrux was. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, can definitely say I didn't see that coming back in the Chamber of Chuff and the Stash of Azkaban days.
Yeah. Lots of deaths in this movie.
Yeah, good body count. We lost at least one Weasel.
I think we might have lost 2 weasels.
Did we lose the eldest weasel that we only just found out about?
We might have. I don't know. It's hard to keep track. There's so many of them. I know we lost either Fred or George. But I mean, my question is, again, just looking at the logic of magic, right? We know that they can travel through time. This we know. Hermione has a time turner.
There was an entire film where that was all that happened.
That was all that happened. Why don't they, after they know where all the Horcruxes are and they know how to defeat them, go back in time a month, hunt them all down real quick, kill them all quick as you can? You have the technology.
Yeah, I can't explain that.
No, it's outrageous.
I feel a strongly worded letter coming on.
Oh, you betcha. I'm going to tweet at J.K. Rowling. Well, I'm pretty glad today's over.
Yeah, I'm glad I've seen them.
And now you can say you're a Potter fan. You've seen all of them. You're a pothead.
Well, I've seen them.
Yeah, you've seen them. All 8.
All 8. Yeah, all 8. Should be 7, but I've seen all 8.
Are you keen now to go see the Fantastic Beasts?
Well, they're meant to be shit.
I haven't seen the most recent one. I don't know. The first one wasn't great.
Yeah, probably not going to bother. All right, so that's done. Helena Bonham Carter probably best on ground. Over.
Yeah. Can we go to bed now?
Yeah, please.
All right, well, thank you all for joining us on this, another ridiculous journey. I don't know why we keep doing these things, really. When we take a month off, we should just take a month off. I don't know what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. No one would care.
We're 18. We can do what we want.
But we have done this, so we hope you've enjoyed the ride. And in the meantime, if you want to get in touch with us, you can do that at wewatchedathing.com or wewatchedathing@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all under the handle at wewatchedathing. If you want to, for some reason, support us, you can do that at patreon.com/wewatchedathing. And I don't think we know what we're getting to next week because, well,
it's a long way away.
That feels ages away. So I don't know. Enjoy the suspense, the mystery. What's it going to be? I don't know. See you.
Me.
Go watch a movie.
Hey, that's my line.
Nah, it's mine now. I took it. You didn't say it. I took it. I jumped in.
Forget it, because
I disarmed you. Expelliarmus!
I think you just broke a mic.
You're a pelican. Let's watch the movie.
Okay.
I want a slug. No, stop pushing me. Stop pushing. Go, hey, come on. I want a slug.
That wasn't good.
Yeah, that was a bad one. My Ray Romano, Deborah.
Can I get back to the point, rather than you just recycling things you've done 17 times on the show before?
Hi-ho, Timothy Frye.
Stop chewing into the mic, you fucking animal. I'm going to have to hear that. Oh, you bum bag. You bag of bums.
That's right, now you got plenty of post-credit stuff. Yeah. Sorry for the coffee. That's really, really... But yeah, I'm hoping you'll cut that out. Trivia time!
No, that's not how it's going to start.
Yes, it is.
Terrible.
It's not how it's going to start.
How's it start? All right, you start then.
Okay.
Dickhead.
I will.
Whoa. Shit got real here.
Oh, I thought you were going to keep talking there. Yeah,
I'm just used to being interrupted.
Dickhead.
Now, oh shit! Now you have to give some context for that.
No, I'll just cut it.
I'll
just cut
okay,
that.
that's good. That's so mean.
My wife has her hand in the air, which I think means she wants to speak.
Not where her head normally is what she thinks about Neville.
Oh.
In the book, isn't Neville the Half-Blood Prince?
No.
He's the other Half-Blood Prince.
That's the fan fiction you wrote.
No, it's not. No, I'm looking it up. Neville's the key to everything.
Billy, has your wife written fan fiction about Neville?
Probably.
I will. And it will sell well.
You're a Harry.
I'm a what?